Hey guys, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm really excited to be doing another palette bingo on my channel. It's actually been a couple months since I did my last one, and today I am so beyond excited because I'm actually going to be using this gorgeous palette for today's. This is the Mini Masquerade by Juvia's Place, and it is a beautiful palette consisting of 16 shades. There are bright colors in here as well as neutrals, so I think no matter what, the color combination is going to be so much fun, and I'm so excited for it. So for this palette bingo, I'm just going to take this one as shade number 1 and this one as shade number 16 and generate 5 random numbers and correspond them with their shades, and then create a look surrounding those 5 shades. And I decided to do 5. I don't know why. I think that is a little bit risky, but I think that that's going to be a lot of fun and give me a lot of variety to play with. So I'm just on random.org right now, and I'm in the random integer set generator. So I have generate one set with 5 unique random integers between 1 and 16, and we're going to get a set. So I have 1, 8, 10, 14, and 15. So let's take a look at the palette. So the shades that I selected are shade number 1, which is Chi, shade number 8, which is Bori, shade number 10, which is Burkina, shade number 14, which is Zulu, and shade number 15, which is Casablanca. So I have to create a look using this more like deep purple. It's like a blue purple. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a blurple shade. And then this hot pink with gold flecks in it. This nice like mid-toned brown. It is a little bit cool tone in comparison to everything else in the palette, but I consider it pretty neutral. And then a nice brick warm brown and this gorgeous flaky bronze. So yeah, that's an interesting color combination. I'm going to just kind of get a little bit of a game plan going, and I'll be right back. So I've been thinking for quite some time. I really still don't have a game plan. I was originally thinking go nice and neutral on the lid and then add the colors on the lower lash line, or vice versa, but I think I want to integrate the neutrals and the colors together, and I'm not sure how I'm going to go about that, but I'm going to figure it out. So we're just going to hop into it. And I have already set and primed my lids. I used the Photofocus primer from Wet n Wild to prime, and then I set everything in place with the Kat Von D Lock-It Powder Foundation that is in my Project Pan Roulette. And I have nothing else on my face because, unfortunately, with this palette, you do get a little bit of fallout, which I'm not mad at all. It's just a fact because they are so pigmented. So I didn't want to risk it. So we're just going to go right into the palette. I'm going to go with the shade Burkina first. That just seems like the most suitable transition type of shade. So that just creates a really nice soft transition, nothing too harsh. You can definitely build that shade up, but for now I'm just going to leave it very muted and diffused. And then I think I'm just going to go right in. I think I'm going to go into Bori, which is the hot pink. It has gold flecks in it, but I think if you tap off the brush, you can pretty much make it function more like a matte. So I'm going in with like a pretty big brush, and I'm just going to put this on the outer portion of the crease as well. I originally just wanted to put on the outer portion, but I think I'm actually going to pull it through the entirety of the crease. So I'm just going to buff out the edges with this massive brush. This is what I used to set down my primer earlier, so there's a little bit of powder still on it. I'm just going to really diffuse that again. I'm just going to keep rolling with the color. I'm going to go into Chi right here, that beautiful, like, I call it like a blurple shade. It is probably more blue, but it's gorgeous. And I'm just going to pop that on the outer portion of my eye. Lots of fallout with this, actually. Look. This color is basically just taking over the entire lid instead, and I'm just going to roll with that. There is so much fallout with that color. I don't hate it because I haven't done anything else with my makeup, but that's just a warning for all of you guys. I'm really liking the way that this looks so far. I know it looks like a bruise, but I can envision it as a whole look. Yeah, I really like it. I do think a lot of the shine and pigmentation went away because I applied that purple with a brush. So I might want to intensify it, but for now I want to just add a little hint of warmth onto the outer portion of the crease, and I'm going to do that with the shade Zulu right here. Just a tiny little bit of warmth. So I just went in with my ring finger to apply more of the shade Chi on my right eye, and it's crazy how much more pigmented it is than on the left. So that is something to keep in mind with this palette. It definitely performs really well. Like, you can see how intense that is with the finger. It applies so much more pigmented. Now that it looks like I just got beat up, I'm going to go clean up my lower lash line, and I am going to put on my foundation and concealer, and I think I'll put on my brows, and I'll be right back. So I'm back, and I have pretty much most of my face done at this point. I just have to finish up the lower lash line, pop some highlighter on, put some lips on, and we're good. So I will list everything that I used down in the description box so you guys can see the rest of the products that I used, but for now, we're going to finish up the lower lash line so that we can use up the last shade. I have to use the shade Casablanca to tie the look together. So I'm going to go into, what should I do? I'm going to go into Zulu first, just to kind of tie that with the top lid. I'm just going to pop it on the outer portion here. And then next I'm going to go into Chi again, and I'm going to use that more sheared out. I'm going to pop that on top of that shade and then bring it a little bit farther in as well. And then I'm just going to wipe off the brush that I have and go into Casablanca and bring that on the inner third of the lower lash line just to add a pop of bronze. I feel like I lost a lot of the purple on the lower lash line, which I don't hate, but I feel like I want to just tie it back in. So I'm just going to go back into Chi and just bring that a little bit farther down. Here is what the look is looking like so far. I'm just going to go off camera and put on a bunch of mascara, and I'll be right back. So eyes are pretty much all done. I'm just waiting for the mascara to dry so that I can put some eyeliner into the top tight line just to make it even deeper, even smokier, even though this is a very dramatically heavy eye look. I don't know, it got away from me. It always does, but I am really happy with how it's looking so far. So I am going to just pop a little bit of highlighter on. I wanted to do this on camera to show you guys how I use my ColourPop Super Shock Cheeks. This is Flexitarian. I was going to say Lunch Money. This is Flexitarian, so it's just this beautiful, like, it's slightly peachy, but it's also quite silvery. It's a beautiful, beautiful shade. And all that I do is I just go on with my ring finger. I just pop a bunch of product onto my ring finger, and I literally just tap it onto the skin my ring finger. And I do find that this, unfortunately, it does pick up product if you're not very light-handed with it, and it does actually show a lot of texture issues. I have a lot of texture, I have a lot of congested pores, and it definitely does exaggerate that, but I mean, I don't hate it. I still love a good shine. That looks so good. I love it. It's a very intense highlight though. Just dabbing it on. You can see it's very intense right from the start, and I just go very lightly. Like, you can't swipe this on. You have to definitely dab it. Whew, she's intense. I'm gonna just blend that out with my sponge too, because that is very, very intense. Now that I've got all the highlighter on my face, I am craving a inner corner highlight, and I'm going to go into the palette. Again, I'm going to use Giza, even though this wasn't one of the shades that I selected for my palette bingo. I do think it's going to look absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to pop that on the inner corner. And it goes so nicely with the pink and the purple on the lid. I actually really do like that. I think it ties really nicely with the shade of Flexitarian as well. And then I'm going to go into this lipstick that I'm panning right now. This is the ColourPop Alyssa Ultra Satin Lip. And I just think it's going to pair really nicely with the cool tones in this eye. Here is the final look. I just added a little bit more blush to the cheeks. I also went in with my Urban Decay Rockstar eyeliner and I just tightlined up in the top lash line just to add even more depth to the top lashes. And I'm really, really happy with the finished result. The only thing that I don't love is the little touch of bronze. I don't think that it overwhelms the look. I don't think that it ruins the look by any means, but I just didn't really think about that color until the last minute, and that is a decent way to add it in for sure. I do love how smoky this look is. I feel like I haven't gone really heavy on my eyes in quite some time, so I'm very, very happy with the way that this is looking. I really do love the way that this lip goes with the eye. I only used it because I'm panning it. I honestly think it would look really, really cool with like a deep purple liquid lip, which I don't own anything like that. Or this look would look really nice with just like a true nude glossy lip too. I think that would look really great. There's so many different colors I think that could work with this eye for sure. But yeah, that's absolutely everything for this video. Let me know if you guys would like to see another palette bingo with the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette, because I think it's a really cool way to see how to pair different colors together that you might not like look at the palette and think, oh, I could pair that bronze and that purple together. So I think that would be a lot of fun to do later on this month while this is my 1 month 1 palette. Let me know if you guys would want to see another one of these, or I could even do it with the ColourPop Yes Please during this month as well. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me. I hope that you like the look that I came up with today, and let me know if you would have changed around the color combination in any way. I always love to hear how you guys would have interpreted the colors as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!